Hey, Nancy.
Hi. Well, it makes sense for you two to be paired together because you play total opposites in the series. The don't say anything, speak up.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
it's very true. We've been talking a fair amount about that, and it's funny because we really do come from opposite ends of this.
Mhm.
With Ben really wanting to keep it away, push it into the corner, sweep it under the rug, which of course Melissa doesn't do,
Mhm.
to his chagrin and to his frustration. Whereas,
Ivy is very much like, I see you going through something, and yes, it is a story, but clearly there is something that is unprocessed here. There is a hiding, and in order for you to, again, we can chase the story, but in order for you to heal, you need to step up and attack it face on. And the only way to get past it, to rise above it, is to show up.
And then
Yeah.
we have you playing Ivy, who's like sometimes I feel like she forgets to bring the vulnerable side to Melissa's character. She
Mhm.
gets so caught up on the passion for finding out the truth and
Mhm.
delivering for the boss.
Yes.
I mean,
Yes.
do we get to see more of that sympathy?
I think there's definitely empathy as the story goes on, but I think what Ivy does so well is making sure that the story is at the front of it, the helping other people, because again, there is an empathy of dealing with it. She is processing it, but you can sit and dwell in the emotions forever, but you still have to keep moving forward. We still have to help resolve, another person's healing as well. And if we don't stay on task, it can be so easy to falter and sit in emotions. And I think Ivy, the character Ivy, is necessary for that, because you need the engine to keep moving. If you sit and rest too long in it, there's a place of, there becomes a space for dwelling and sitting in the emotional. But how can you still be emotional and still move forward? How do you still keep searching for healing?
you said something earlier that I really liked, which is that Ivy says to Melissa, whether outright or just with subtext, like, this isn't just about
It's not
you.
about you.
And so we need to take this because it's healing for a lot of people
Yes.
and it can save a lot of people. And I think
Yes.
when you said that's her drive, it really made sense to me.
Yes, yes. I don't want to say that it's become so much more than just taking it personal. I think there is that empathy between Ivy and Melissa for sure, because I see that she's experiencing a lot of this stuff. But ultimately, there are other families that are doing that. And because you have the power here, again, what are you going to do with that? And I think there needs to be someone that's like holding the rod on the back and say, hey, let's keep going. Let's keep going. I know it's uncomfortable, but let's keep going.
And your character as Ben kind of does something similar, but for the family,
Yeah.
for the kids.
Yeah, I mean, Ben he doesn't want any of this to be there. It's like Ben has constructed his perfect American dream. And I say it like that because it's like what he idealizes as the American dream. And he wants everything to be in a neat box with a bow. And he can't have that because this is coming back into their lives. And so as the series goes on, you'll see uh, Ben go to great lengths to try and contain something that can't be contained.
And overall, what do you hope people take away from this for the series? I know it's a series, but it's based on a true story,
Yeah.
inspired by it,
Mhm.
and about victims and
Mm.
these kind of scenarios.
I think that is the question, right? That's the most important question because our show does not glorify the killer. It doesn't glorify the violence. It speaks to the victims of the perpetrator, and also the victims who are the perpetrator's family, like Melissa, and the generational trauma. And so I think people are going to tune in for a show that's exciting and dramatic and all of those things. But at the crux of it, hopefully there's some healing because it is dealing with the generational trauma that comes from these heinous acts.
Yeah. I think what I would love the audience to take away, people watching it, is that victims still have so much more power. They have so much more power and control in their own healing. And the people that you surround yourself with when you process and go through what you're going through in any kind of evil, any fashion, you become a lot more stronger. You become a lot more confident, and you see that as Melissa goes on. You see that as the other victims of the Happy Face murders, you see them become a lot more strong. You see them find resolve. And that comes with confronting the fearful. Yeah.
Well, I look forward to seeing more of Happy Face. Thank you so much for your time.